coding the exception section is, first section is declare section. There we have to declare the variables. Then second one is begin. Here we will write down our logic actually. Then exception is here. Okay, so here we have to write down when exception name 1. Some names are exception names are there. Okay, exception name 1, then error handling statement. Error handling statements means mostly the messages are there. Okay, then when exception name 2 means at the in the exception section you can write down more than one exceptions. You can handle more than one exception. Suppose when exception name 2, then error handling statement. Then when others means other than those two previously what you have declared, other than these two, then you have to write down here some general statement. Okay, in general. Okay, so we will see two classes of, we know that there are two classes of exceptions, predefined and user defined. Okay, so see here, these are the predefined. No data found, no data found, when no rows are returned. Means when your select statement, whatever we will write down our select statement in the program, suppose it doesn't returns any row, then the exception is called as no data found. Okay, here error numbers are also fixed. Okay, for this error number is ORA. ORA stands for Oracle, and this error is number is there. Too many rows. If more rows are returned by an select statement, if you are writing PLSQL block, and if it where salary greater than 10,000, suppose your query is like that, so it will return more than one rows. So in PLSQL block, actually, what is the rule? Simple PLSQL block should return only single row. And if you want to display more rows, more than one rows, then we have to use the cursor. Okay, so means if in simple block, if it your select statement is displaying or returning many rows, then this exception will be, we have to fire. Okay, we have to write down there. Then zero divide, if we will write divide by 0 to any number, that time this exception we have to handle. We have to write down. Then cursor already open, invalid cursor, these are related with the cursor. For cursor we have to open it, and if it is already open and again we are trying to open it, okay, that time we have to handle this error. Okay, this is the name of that exception. We will see how to write down it in a program. Invalid cursor. If cursor is not open and you are trying to close it. You have not opened the cursor and you are trying to close it. We have to open the cursor as well as we have to close the cursor. Okay, so it is not open and you are trying to close it, that time this is invalid cursor error will be there. Okay, so we will see all these errors, how to we have to write down in a program. Okay, write a program to display the name and salary of given employee number. Write a program to display the name and salary of a given employee number. Okay, of a given employee number is what we will enter through the keyboard. Okay, so see here. Declare ENO number 5 colon equal to ampersand ENO. As ampersand ENO we have written, it will, when we will execute that program, it will ask me the values. Okay, it will ask us the values. That is, we have to enter the employee number. And then what we have to display? We have to display the name and salary. Okay, so we have taken these two variables here, name and salary. Okay, then begin. In begin, our select query should be there. So select ename comma sal. Ename comma sal, these are the column names. Okay, you have to remember this. Select ename comma sal, whatever you have created, into name comma salary. These are the variables, name and salary. Okay, from EMP, where EMPNO equal to ENO. After equal to, mostly the variable is there. Okay, in the select query, after equal to, this variable is there. Okay, so whatever value you will enter here for the ENO, it will get automatically assigned here. Okay, now DBMS output dot put underscore line, it's like a printf. Salary of, in single quote, whatever we will write down, it will display as it is on the screen. So salary of, this is concatenation sign. Name means now this ename gets stored into this name. Okay, so that name will display. As this is a variable, no need to give the single quote. Okay, then is, we need some statement there. Okay, so is again in a single quote, and we have to give this concatenation sign. These are the two pipes. And salary. Now our this sal value will be get stored into the salary variable. So salary, these are the variables, so no need to give the single quotes, and these are the words, it should be displayed as it is, so we have written it in a single quote. Okay, now exception section. When no data found, no underscore data underscore found, it should be written properly. Okay, whatever it is given into this table, no underscore data underscore found, capital and small, you can write down in any way. Okay, it is not case sensitive, but no underscore data underscore found, you should write down the name properly. Okay, so when no data found, then what you have to write down, dbms output dot put underscore line employee does not exist. Suppose you are passing the employee number which is not present in your database or is not present in your table, that you are passing here. Then how it will display the name and salary of that particular employee? No, he cannot display. So it should display that employee does not exist. Suppose you have not written this exception, then what will happen? It will not display you this error message also, and it will not display you any output. So you don't come to know that what happened, why it's not showing any output. We will think like that. Okay, but if we will display this error message, the employee does not exist, then suddenly we will come to know that yes, this employee is means not present in our table, like that. Okay, so this exception handling is very important. Then when too many rows, so it will display many employees. Okay, when others, then you can write down in any general command some error occurred, at least we come to know that some error is there. Okay, so actually I have shown you the execution of this also. Okay, now those are predefined exceptions. Now user defined. Okay, so we can explicitly define exceptions based on business rule, according to our business. User defined exceptions also. Steps, what are the steps to define the exceptions? Declare user defined exception explicitly in declare section. You have to declare like a variable, you have to declare it in the declare section. Then in the execution section, explicitly raise it using raise statement. In execution section, you have to raise it and handle it by referencing the user defined exception name in the exception section. In the exception also, you have to write down that message. Okay, you have to handle that error. So we will see one example. See here, this is the means actually the syntax: exception name, exception, declaration. Then in begin, if condition, then raise exception. Where when this exception should raise, that we have to write down the condition here. Okay, and here this is the exception section. So when exception name, then your error message you can say. Okay, so now we will see the same program, I think it is. Okay, so see here, declare employee number ENO number 10 colon equal to, it should be colon equal to, okay, colon equal to ampersand ENO. So it will ask you from the keyboard values when you will execute the program. Salary number 10, com number 10, it should be different from your column name. Okay, then null underscore exp exception, this is the user defined exception. When there is a word exception, okay, because predefined exceptions, no need to declare it. Okay, for predefined exceptions, no need to declare it in the declare section. Okay, directly we can write down it in a exception section. So as this is user defined, means hum defined कर रहे उसको. So null underscore exp and here exception word. Then begin. Then select sal comma commission into salary comma commission. Here we are displaying salary and commission from EMP, where EMPNO equal to ENO. ENO is this variable. These are the column names of your table, and these are the variable names. Those we have declared here. Okay. Now, when this null exception should be raised, that we have to do. If commission is null, com means actually it is commission, salary commission. Okay. So when com is null, then raise null exception. end if. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to find out the addition of salary plus commission. Okay, and see here we have written the variable name. Okay, this is the variable name we have written. Why? Because our commission gets stored into the form variable here. So here we have used the commission variable name, that you have to remember. Now select EMP-NO, sal plus com, because we have to make addition of sal plus com from EMP, where EMP-NO equal to NO. For a particular given employee number, we have to find out the addition of sal plus com. So now exception, what we will write down, we can write down no data found. When no data found, then printf employee does not exist. This is predefined. But now what we have to give again user defined, when null exp, that is the name that we have declared in the declare section, null exp, then commission is null. Okay, so because it will not display you the salary plus commission if commission is null. Okay, so you have to write down the error message that commission is null. Okay, and are you getting this? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, means exception handling is very important. You must write down exception there so that it will display you the proper error message. Okay, now we will see the functions. Now what is function? The concept of function is same in all the languages of computer. Okay, that in C language, in Oracle, in Java, whatever it is, in CPP, that it returns a value. Means it returns a value means the return statement must be there in the function. Okay, अपना नोटबुक और पेन लेके अगर बैठते हो और मैं कुछ बताती हूँ तो थोड़ा शॉर्टकट में लिख के रखो तो अच्छा है डेली. ओके, मीन्स आपको पढ़ाई करते समय वो रीड करोगे तो आपको जल्दी समझ में आएगा. Returns function must return a value. The meaning is the return statement must be there in the function. Okay, so here a function contains a PL/SQL block to perform specific task. Specific task means addition of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers. Okay, it can be read a list of values, but it will explicitly return a single value. It will return a single value. Addition of two numbers means it will display only the answer. Okay, which is normally assigned to a variable. A function is a named PL/SQL block. A function is a named PL/SQL block. Okay. The major difference between procedure and a function is a function must always return a value. We will say procedure also. The next topic is procedure, but function must return a value. This return statement must be there in the programming. Now how to create the function? Create or replace function name. Or this or actually it should be the square bracket. So what is the meaning of square bracket? It is optional. It is not compulsory, but it's good practice to write down or replace. Okay, because suppose so any error is there while executing that function, and when you will correct that error into the programming, it will automatically gets overwrite on that previous function name. Okay, that's why it's good to write down create or replace. So create or replace function name, parameters. Okay, suppose you it's needed, you have to pass the parameters. Parameters means suppose it is asked to print the salary of particular employee number. Okay, particular employee number means whatever employee number we will pass, for that employee number the salary should be displayed. So that is called as parameter. So we have to pass here employee number. Return data type. Okay, return here n only, return, and data type of means which data type it will return, integer, varchar, number, like that. Is slash as, you can write down is or as, any one from this. Then declaration section, then begin, then our logic here, execution section, Then return and return variable. Return and return variable. Okay, so this is the main return statement here. Then exception section and end. Now see here, we will see a program. Create a function to display the name of the employee with employee number is 100. We have to write down a function to display the name of the employee whose employee number is 100, for example. Okay. So what we will write down? Create or replace function employee details, return varchar. Now we have to return the name, or we have to display. Return means actually display. So we have to display the name here of the employee. So the data type of name is varchar. Varchar or varchar2, whatever it is. Then each. Then for ename, we have to display employee name. So for that we have taken variable as name, because in our table it is ename. So variable should be different from column name. Okay, so here we have taken name. So varchar 20, begin. Now we have to write down the query. Select ename into name from EMP, where EMP is equal to 10. This is called as hard coded, means in the program only we have written that it is 102. Okay, now always it will display the name of the employee number 102 only. So this is called as hard coded, that 102 value we have written in the program only. Okay, now return name. Now our value will get stored into this variable. Okay, name. So return and name and end. To execute a program, give the following command. Select EMP underscore details from dual. Here we have to write down dual. Okay, dual is a system table. System का एक table है. Okay, so we have to write down select employee details from dual, because EMP details, this is not the column name. So we cannot write down from EMP here, because EMP table doesn't contain this EMP underscore details column name. It is not column name, it is the function name. Okay, so just write down select your function name from dual. Are you getting? Now we will generalize that program. Okay, we will generalize. Generalize means pass employee number as a parameter to a function, and function will return a salary. Okay, means we will pass any employee number now, 102, 101, 104, whatever it is. So see here, create or replace function EMP underscore sal. The name of the function should be related with your question. What you have to display? We have to display salary of the employee. So EMP underscore sal. And what we have to pass? Employee number. So ENO in number. ENO number is also, I think it is correct. ENO number, this data type. Okay. Then return number. What it will display? It will display the salary. Okay. And the data type of salary is number. So return number. This here it is a data type. Then is. Then for salary we have to take one variable. So that's we have taken v underscore sal. V underscore sal. Now you can write down here directly number also as a data type. You can directly write down v sal space number also here, or you can write down in this way, that emp dot salary percent type. Emp dot salary percent type. Now who can tell me what is the meaning of that emp dot salary percent type? याद है किसी को? क्या है उसका मीनिंग?
मैम सेम डेटा टाइप एज सैलरी.
यस, EMP टेबल में सैलरी कॉलम का जो डेटा टाइप है, it gets automatically assigned to this variable. EMP टेबल में से सैलरी कॉलम का जो डेटा टाइप है, that data type automatically gets assigned to this variable. Okay, so in that way also you can write down. So begin. Now we have to display the salary. So select, जो क्वेश्चन पूछा है उस हिसाब से आपको क्वेरी दिखनी है. So we have to display the salary. So select salary into this v sal variable from EMP, where EMP no equal to ENO. Okay, ENO means whatever value we will pass here, this is the variable. So that value automatically gets to assigned here. Okay. Now some, if SQL percent found, then return vsal. Means अगर वो आपको मिलता है, these are some what you can say, some Oracle की कुछ ये है that we have to write on SQL percent found. Means अगर मिलता है आपको ये employee number, okay, then return v underscore sal. Means display v underscore sal. else return 0. नहीं मिलता है तो 0 return करो. And if end slash, when you will give slash, it will display, it will execute the program. Okay, so this return statement must be there. Okay, to execute the program, give the following command: select emp sal. Emp sal, this is emp sal. Actually we have to write down some, we have to pass the parameter here actually, 101, like this. Okay, we have to pass the parameter because here in the function we are passing the employee number. Okay, so here you must, while executing the function, you must give the value here. And from dual is a system table. Suppose anyone will ask you in the Viva, what is dual, then you have to give the answer that it is a system table. और जिनके पास Oracle है, try it, select star from dual, what it will give you? It will give you only one value, one column and one row, that is x. Okay, you can give select star from dual. Okay, but वो सारे काम करता है. Okay, so it is a system table in short. Now we will write down one program again here also, here, that pass a number to a function and check whether it is divisible by 5 or not. Pass a number to a function, it is given, that means we have to pass the parameter and check whether it is divisible 5 or not. So create or replace function f1, fno in number. In means जो आ रहा है function में हम देंगे. Okay, in means जो function के अंदर आ रहा है actually. Okay, return number. आउटपुट में क्या मिलने वाला है हमको? इट इज डिविजिबल बाय 5 और नॉट. सो एज बिगिन इफ मॉड fno, 5 इक्वल टू 0. इफ मॉड fno मींस जो नंबर हम पास करेंगे, 5. मॉड मींस fno डिवाइडेड बाय 5 एंड मॉड विल रिटर्न ए रिमाइंडर, नॉट क्वोशिएंट. रिमाइंडर मींस इफ रिमाइंडर इज इक्वल टू 0 then return 1, else return 0. Okay, if remainder is 0 then return 1, means it is divisible by 1, divisible by 5, else 0. As it is returning 1, that's why we are returning here the number, because 1 is a data type number. Okay, end if करना ही है आपको and end. Now see here, first of all we have to execute this, we have to check it out, we have to execute it whether it's working properly or not. So we have to give select f1 in bracket 10, means we are passing here number 10. Okay, as it is here, it is a parameter we have to pass. Okay, so we will pass here 10 from dual, so it will return 1. 1 means it is divisible by 5, and yes, 10 divided 5, remainder will be 0. Okay, so now function, once we have written the function, we can call it number of times. Okay, for that particular but a task. Now what it's doing, it's doing some, it's finding the sum, the remainder value, it will divide by that number, divide by 5, and it will return the remainder here. Okay, so we have to call this function in one program. Okay, so this calling program, this is declare no number, r number, begin no colon equal to ampersand no, this we have to pass the number here. Okay, and r colon equal to f1 no, here we are calling the function f1. The function name is same as f1, and here we are giving the parameter name, variable name, means that is parameter name may be different. In the function it is eno, and here we are writing here no. Okay, so parameter name may be different in the function and in the calling program, and whatever it will return, it gets stored into the r. That's why we have declared the two variables r and no. Okay, here calling function f1. Now if r is equal to 1, then this printf NO is divisible 5. Whatever NO you will pass here, that NO will display here. Suppose 10 is divisible 5. Else number is not divisible 5. It will display the error. Okay. So how this in C language you may learn it, but once again I'll explain you. So this is the calling program. So declare NO number, R number, begin NO colon equal to ampersand NO. So whatever we have to type the number from the keyboard, then R colon equal to F1 NO. Now here F1 function name is F1. So our control or our cursor goes to this function F1. Okay, and whatever number we have passed here, suppose 10 you can say, okay, passed here, suppose 10 here, okay, so it will it will start execution from here now F1. Okay, then mod 10 comma 5 equal to 0, mod 10 comma 5 equal to 0, then return 1. So yes, here suppose we are passing 10 number here, it will return 1. Okay, so this in this function, if R is equal to 1, now that 1 gets stored into the R here. Okay, what it's written in the function, that 1 means 1 gets stored here. So if R is equal to 1, it will display that number is divisible 5, means 10 is divisible 5. Okay, and end. And suppose we will pass here, you can say 7. Okay, so again when R here, it will ask you the value number equal to 7. Suppose we will enter 7 here, ampersand NO, then it will F1 is equal to NO. So it will again go to this function. It will call this function. Here 7 will be passed here. Okay, 7 will be passed here. So it will do here 7 comma 5 is equal to 0. Mod of 7 comma 5 is equal to 0. No. So it will return 0 there. Okay. So that 0 gets stored into this R here. 0. So if R is equal to 1, no. Means it goes to the else part, and it will display that 7 is not divisible 5. Okay, so means यहाँ पे जो first of all you have to create the function, we have to check it out whether there is any error. If error is not there, then it's good. Then in this calling program, in any program we can call it. Any means related, that functionality should be same. जहाँ हमको उसकी जरूरत है वहाँ पे हम call कर सकते हैं. Okay, so here हमने यहाँ पे देखे बताया आउटपुट 10 है, तो 10 is divisible 5. अगर 12 डाल तो 12 is not divisible by 12. Okay. Suppose you want to drop that function, how you will here the heading is delete a function, but what is the syntax or what is the command for that? Drop function. अब अगर आपको function drop कर देना है, okay, so drop function emp underscore cell function name you have to write down. Okay, so now procedure is there. Okay, so in the next lecture, means tomorrow I have first lecture. Okay, I think at 12 o'clock. So tomorrow I will start the procedure. Okay, so today we will stop here. I will take your attendance. Okay. Could the students give me your attendance? Roll number 1, 2, 1 present है. Okay, 1 is present. 2, 3, 4. नहीं Akurdi. I'm talking about Akurdi first. Okay. Then 5, 6.
6 present, ma'am.
7. 7 is present according. 8.
Ma'am, 6.
हाँ yes 6 हो गया. 8, 9, 10 है क्या कोई according? है तो जल्दी बोलो. 11, 12, 13.
9 present.
12 present, ma'am.
12 present है. 9 present according ना?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. 14, 15, 16, 17. 16 I think.
14 present, ma'am.
14 present.